In this second plane of development, we have a rebirth. We have a new child to a certain extent. Under the age of 6, we've offered children the keys to the world, keys to understanding the world around them. And in the elementary, we have to offer keys to the universe, because children want to know so much more than just the world around them. So we offer keys to the universe, we tell stories, and we build up this sense of awe and gratitude and responsibility within the universe and within each child. We can see this change happening in the children. We can see children who used to have to be pried off their parents' leg to go into their primary classroom, leave their parents a block away and head off to school without even a goodbye. This is a normal transition in development. Children need to still have strong family relationships to support them, but they also need the experience of being themselves in a different, setting with different people around. So it's really important that they feel comfortable just saying goodbye to parents and not still feel that need to be with them. They feel confident in who they are and that they can be that in their classroom. This can be sort of sad for parents, so we have to nurture them through this. This baby who used to love to snuggle is now, saying goodbye without a backward glance. But it's a healthy and normal part of development. We also see the physical changes. We see that they look sturdier, they feel sturdier, their bodies are stronger. The growth that happens in this stage of development is just pretty much, they get taller, and it's pretty proportional as they grow for the most part. So that growth is really steady, but their bodies are sturdier and they don't look like babies anymore. Part of the reason that it's easier for them to say goodbye to their parents is that they're really drawn to their peers. They're really drawn to that social group, and they want to figure out how to navigate within that. How does it work within this broader group of people? How can we work together? And the elementary environment really responds to that. All the work that they do is group work. All the lessons are in small groups so that they can have this practice of working together in a group. And they want to, and they really can hone these skills over 6 years. I had a parent at a big tech firm who loved this aspect of the elementary environment because he was trying to teach adults how to work together in groups. And he saw the children learned, in their 6 years in the elementary. It's a powerful life skill that they're getting, and they want to do it. So it's the perfect time to be working on this group work. It's the reasoning mind and the imagination that are the powerhouses of this age. So we have to be sure that we are supporting that in the children, that we're giving lessons that inspire their imaginations or respond to the questions of the reasoning mind. We have to be sure we're never limiting the work that they do by an assignment or a worksheet, because that's not feeding the imagination or the reasoning mind. They have to be free to choose the work they're going to do with any concept we offer to them. Children challenge and question adults at this stage of development. They want to know everything. It's the reasoning mind trying to understand. So it can feel sometimes frustrating to adults to be questioned. But really, it's the reasoning mind trying to understand, why do we have these rules? Or why is this the way things are? They're not trying to be disrespectful. They're trying to understand. And sometimes the reasons don't make sense. So we have to be prepared to have those conversations with the children. It's also part of their developing conscience and moral sense. They're trying to figure out how the world works and why it works the way it does. And they're very sensitive to injustice. So when they encounter it, they're going to question it. We need to help them develop their own sense of fairness and justice in the world. And that means that they're going to come to us with questions, and we have to help them wrestle through it, not imposing our own values upon them, but helping them to reason and think through, especially when they see injustice. And so we're going to have a classroom that's really functioned on justice and equity for all the children within it. But that is not the case in the rest of the world. So the child's moral development and developing conscious is going to have to wrestle with that. They're going to be frustrated and sometimes angry at the injustices of the world. And we need to have those uncomfortable conversations with them about, what we're striving for in our classroom and how we treat each other with respect, and the times that doesn't happen in the rest of the world, and how do we navigate that. And we want children to remain optimistic about the future and change that is possible, but we are going to have to listen when they see these injustices and have frustration about that. As they're developing their conscience and their morality and their sense of values, they become really interested in other humans. They start to develop some hero worship of other humans. And so, this is where they figure out what humans can do and what might be possible for them. And so we have to share a lot of stories and a lot of information about humans and their capacities and the interesting things they have done, both known people in history and unknown people. And we also have to be very conscious that we are sharing stories about humans from all races and cultures. We cannot simply tell the stories of what white men have done throughout history. That's so limited and destructive. We have to really look at what all humans have done so that children can see the capacities of all humans, both humans now and humans throughout history. We want them to see that and see that from all races and cultures. So we as guides have to be really deliberately conscious about that as we're sharing stories and information, and as we're choosing the things we put in our classroom so that children see the capability of all humans throughout history and throughout the world. Children of this age have this incredible intellectual capacity. They are just so excited to think and reason and learn. And this often results in what Montessori called great work. They want to do something big. They want to do multiplication problems in the millions, or build scale models of the universe, or any number of huge things. And so we have to be sure that we're allowing for that we are giving the time and the space and the supplies to do that. When we really nurture and support all these characteristics, when we embrace who these children are when they come to us, who they are as they develop, that we allow all these characteristics to flourish in our classroom, we're supporting self-construction. We're supporting the development of this human who can go and change the world for the better. So, and it's an exciting and a fun opportunity for us to be there, supporting this and having all this fun in all their learning every day.